Welcome to the big house, Michigan Stadium. Today, an early season non-conference showdown here on EA Sports College Football, hitting the SEC against the Big Ten. It's the Ole Miss Rebels and the Michigan Wolverines. Restate the state of ball again. Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
When you talk about iconic stadiums in college football, the Big House has to be at the top of your list. One of the most unique stadiums. It is nestled down in the ground. It is loud. It is fun. Ann Arbor has one of the finest stadiums in college sports. Reese?
Thanks, Holly. And the Wolverines headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. Looking for blockers. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Straight ahead, it's Johnson. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him one.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Crosses the 30. He's all the way out to the 32-yard line before he's forced out of bounds.
And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
Yeah, and they got a chance to respond, and the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. We got to stop the run. They got to tackle, get more hats to the football. This will be a challenge. They're going to run the football. They better be man enough to stop it.
Looking for room. It's Shepard. Turning it on. Got the first down. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And, Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this defense now it's time to show up. You got to bow up now and start doing something.
They'll try the right side. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB's scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
coming up. Jackson will throw. Looking to take a shot. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
And the punt will hit at the 1, just a little too far for them to be able to down it. It'll be a touchback and come out to the 20. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Got the quick completion. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
They'll keep it on the ground to the right. Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 40. The 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Michigan. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. You want to see quick strike ability? It was epitomized there. 2 plays, 80 yards, touchdown on the board. The returner will field it and try to do some business. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Pretty good job of coverage on that kick. Rebels offense is back on the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Shoots it to the left. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Got room on the return. Touchdown, Michigan. The defense gets it done with that huge interception return. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Sees a crease. Breaks into the open. He finds enough daylight and gets it out across the 45. Out of bounds at the 47, and a big run there.
Well, on that one, they decide to attack the left outside on the ground, and you see the speed by the ball carrier there, Reese, picking up a huge chunk of yards.
I can't imagine any reason they wouldn't just run that play again.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Why not just go back to the well one more time?
And the Rebels, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. They'll give it to Johnson. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Off play action. Moves to his right. Got out of trouble and throws. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. How about the big tight end keeping his concentration off that deflection?
And a lot of times you see those contested catches, but the deflected catches, those are just good bounces. Nice job by the big fella continuing to concentrate and see the football, but a nice break for that thing to bounce right to it.
More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the big house. Jackson gonna throw it. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
The Rebels will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Punt is on its way. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more, but sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Rides to the back. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. They'll send the back in motion. And he needed 1 yard, and he didn't get it. The defense won the battle up front.
These situations in football come up all the time. You practice them all throughout the week. Short yardage, gotta have it situations. I am not bringing my punt unit on the field. I gotta bow up, prove to my team, to my unit, to everybody out there, I can get this 1st down. Let's go.
Kick is in the air. Trying to get started. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. Jackson will throw. Stepping to the right. Lets it fly. Just a Baryshnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the 1st down.
Okay, here's the bad news. They're down by a lot of points really early in this game in the first quarter. The good news is there's a lot of football left. The better news, they finally get a big play through the air. That's the kind of play that can spark some confidence and completely turn this thing around. They got to keep that up.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And this is not the start this guy envisioned in this game. He's already thrown a pick six here in the first quarter, and now he takes a sack. You got to wonder if that pick six rattled him a little bit. And if he's out here now seeing ghosts, he's got to get to the sidelines. He's got to shake the cobwebs off. You got to be able to turn the page and have a short memory, because this thing is going in the wrong direction for their signal call.
And the Rebels with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. Let's take a look at the numbers, and they have jumped out to an impressive start. Now, the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Looking to throw, and they need a bunch. Makes the catch. It's Johnson. And he's still running after the move. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got to be able to score points on this drive.
They'll move the wide receiver. Or maybe a double pass. It's complete. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels. Some much-needed life from this offense as they try to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. You're down. You got to make plays. You got to get your team back in it. Great start. Keep chipping away.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finished the deal with a 26-yard touchdown pass.
Number 33 sets a kickoff.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Stewart. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Just a tremendous return. Great run, great speed and vision to really set up this offense. He almost got totally loose on that one. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Some really tough running there gets him to the 45-yard line. After the 7-yard completion, it's now 2nd and 3. Motion from the wideout. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down. You put on that winged helmet, and the one thing you want to do is establish the running game.
Yeah, no matter who the coach is, no matter who the players are, it's a tradition. It's physicality. That's how they've built this brand at Michigan. And I think no matter who's there, it's going to be how they continue to build on that tradition.
Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. Looking for room straight ahead. He's got enough. Could be an alley. And he rolls into the house. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with a 39-yard run to the house. On the return, it's Mays. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Ole Miss offense onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Wide receiver going in motion. Jackson gonna throw it. Snags it.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
We wind inside 4 minutes to play in the half. The fake wants to throw. Fires left. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be third down. Ole Miss calls its second timeout. They're down to one timeout left in the half.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Big noise in the big house for this huge third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll pull it down. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
And on the third play of the drive, third down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
Drops back on first down. Spits it out to the back. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. To throw, it's Brooks. Still looking to his right. Unloads to the wideout. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
And that's really good discipline by this defense because they've given up some yards on the ground. And so naturally you think, be more aggressive, commit more bodies. Nice job staying patient, playing your responsibility on the outside, not giving up the deep ball, making them earn this, go down the field, and not give up those big plays.
Got it across the 35 to the 36, but the defense knew that line to defend, and they force a fourth down. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. The Rebels will try to pin them back with the punt. All the way back to the 15. They stop him immediately, flying down the field and get to him before he can even get started. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. The run inside. It's Marshall. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Unloads it left. Wide open downfield. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. We talk a lot about Michigan building its offense around the running game, but they've always had an effective quarterback who can make plays down the field.
And I think some people hear effective, Reese, and take that as an insult, right? Like, I don't want to hear about my quarterback being effective. I want him to be explosive. I want him to be dynamic. But Michigan doesn't really have those guys most of the time at that quarterback spot. But when they find those good ones, they have great seasons.
Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Here's Underwood to throw. Flip it out to the back on the screen. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards, had enough for a 1st down. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Left side, it's Thomas. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use the timeout. It's their 2nd. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. 2nd and long here. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Underwood. Showing the arm strength down the left side. Almost picked off.
Man, you know, you always look back in games at single plays that turn the tide. And with this defense now trailing by 2 possessions, if they could have just caught the ball and gotten that pick, that potentially changes everything in this game. That was a missed opportunity.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Oh, and he just flat dropped it. You do not see this guy do that very often. It'll be 4th down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. So they were getting up against the play clock, and they don't want the penalty. They'll take the timeout here. Lots of conversations going on both sidelines to put together a strategy. Jackson will throw. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, and after not getting any sacks a week ago, we knew he was going to be a little frustrated, but he told us this week he wasn't going to try to press. He was just going to go out in this game, be himself, knowing the numbers and the stats would come. He's off to a great start in this game.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Going to throw it over the top of the D. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
He'll try to make the catch in traffic. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Changing the routes with his receivers. Gets the back moving. On the option. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. The Wolverines are in the hurry-up.
And playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Makes the grab at the 6-yard line. It's 1st and goal. Oh, he didn't spike it, looking to pass. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
I don't think the quarterback sold the spike well enough on that one. It didn't seem like the defense was fooled in that 2-minute situation.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll move the tight end. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. And he charges across the line. Touchdown, Wolverines! Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he got into the house for the 6 to finish it. He'll bring it out. It's Mays. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. Jackson gonna throw it. Looking long. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
I love it. I'm never of the mindset, take a knee, go to the half, whatever, man. If I can try to find an opportunity to put some points on the board, I'm going to try to do it. I like the offense chucked it up, but, you know, an incompletion, who cares?
Just enough time for one final play of the half. Got some green grass. He's still on the move. A last-ditch effort to get some points before the half. Here he goes. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Rebels. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
That was a big touchdown for them, too, because they're still trailing. They've got a lot of work ahead of them here in the second half, but I think that's going to give them a lot of confidence now going into halftime. I can't wait to see what they do here in the second half.
And with the extra point, they're down 31-14. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. Let's start with a look at the Kennesaw State Owls, taking on the number 8 team, the Indiana Hoosiers. And it's Kennesaw State looking to get the job done on the road. Right now, it's early, but they lead this season opener. Now let's take a peek at some of the other contests around the country, games that promise to have an impact on the standings.
Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. The Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. So after getting nabbed for holding, it's 2nd and long. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. That's just inexcusable. A delay of game penalty there, and now it is 2nd and a mile and a half. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Throwing, Underwood. The quick game. taken down. They need a huge play on 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Underwood. They're all over him, and they got him.
And we talked about this at half, man. They've got to start to pressure the quarterback more. This offense had a lot of success. You got to make this guy feel uncomfortable. And the first drive, out of the half, they do exactly that.
And the Wolverines will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Trying to make one miss. And there he goes. He just about took that one to the house. They finally bring him down, but when you have a return like that, it pretty much eats up everything gained by the punt. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. This feels like a pivotal moment. Get the ball back on the punt. You need to put points on the board on this drive.
Yeah, it's a sense of urgency right now has got to be high for this offense. Trailing the way they are here, David, they've got to be able to put something together, score some points, and build confidence.
Yeah, it's not panic time, but you do want to build that confidence and find something that you can do well to start to build on. I think this offense is starting to figure themselves out a little bit.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They give it to him again. No running room at all, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd and goal.
Coming into this game, man, the focal point was on the running back, right? We've got to stop the running back. Talking to these coaches, they've got to be physical. 1 guy, 2 guy, 3 guys have to get there. Man, they've done an unbelievable job being physical, getting him on the ground, and really shutting a great player down so far this game.
Now we got a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way.
Other scores around the country. Slippery Rock 42. Shippensburg University, nothing.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Jackson will throw. Rolls right. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
That's a phenomenal job getting after the quarterback and getting a hit on him to affect his accuracy, because if they didn't get the pressure, that was going to be a touchdown. He had a guy wide open in the end zone. That was a golden opportunity, but the defense comes up big.
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. Snapped it, and he has to have it. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Rebels.
I mean, 4th and goal, and what does he do? He makes plays. This is why quarterbacks with this kind of athletic ability are so hard to stop. Big-time money down on 4th down, and the quarterback makes the play for you.
They'll try to tack 1 more on their score. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run.
33, set to kick off.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Stewart. Makes a move. He's on the loose. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Well, maybe they thought if they kicked it into the end zone that he wouldn't dare bring it back. Instead, he just dared them to tackle him, and nobody could. What an explosive return.
Yeah, and those guys got so much speed, they ain't scared. And you can tell, takes it out, good blocking, give them a little crease, and you can see the speed. You don't put slow guys back deep. You don't see Jesse Palmer returning kicks. No. You see the fast guys, and you see an open space, and boom, he's gone.
He'll bring it back looking for help. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and
He's loose. He gets it all the way up to the 42-yard line, and that's why you have confidence to keep it on the ground in that situation.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run to guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
One big play, and now they've got it at the 42-yard line on first down. Jackson gonna throw it. Escapes the pressure to his right. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
And the Rebels in a good spot here with second and short. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
The Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. Set it down, going up top. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And you want to know why this team is losing? Look no further than this statistic, guys. Their best receiver doesn't have a catch yet in this game. There they try to go his way again. The defense has completely shut him down.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Seriously, this just can't happen. A delay of game penalty, and it is 2nd and long. Buying time to his right. On the run, deep down the right side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. Out wide left, it's Mays. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
Hey, man, that's a frustrating end to that play. And I say that, man, because you need to give me everything you have. Like, I can't run out of bounds. I got a chance to maybe get the first down, lower my shoulder, be physical. My team needs a couple more yards to get the first down, and dude chose to run out of bounds.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. Still on his feet. Breaks a tackle, and he might go. Touchdown, Rebels. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer.
That makes the score Michigan 38, Ole Miss 28. Number 33, set to kick this one away.
He'll bring it out. It's Stewart. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. They'll run it. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Oh, he wants it all. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Now, I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
The Wolverines decide to punt it away. Not a lot of room to make this catch. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Rebels offense is back on the field. They get the ball back after the punt, and they've got to be efficient here as time is winding down. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. He'll move it ahead, and a good productive play on the ground.
At the 47-yard line. Second down coming up.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Jackson will throw. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. He's loose down the left side. He's at the touchdown Wolverines. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. When the defense got the stop, they could have used a few more of those earlier. Still a big deficit here late. Wide receiver comes in motion. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Motion from the wide receiver. Now a timeout was called. Play clock was all the way down to 2. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. They'll move the wide receiver. Throws it back. That's reeled in. It's Alexander. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
How crazy is it that one of the best receivers in all of college football just made his first catch in this big of a game? You've got to give the defense tons of credit. They've had a plan for him. They've limited him, and that's why they're going to win.
Jackson gonna throw it. Looking left. Found a seam. Smashes through the tackle. Speeding down the left side. Into the house. Touchdown, Rebels.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Ole Miss, 35. Number 33, set to kick it off.
And he takes this from inside the 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. And on that kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. Training staff out there checking on this freshman linebacker. So here comes the Michigan offense. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. That's a fumble. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble. And the Wolverines will hustle to the line.
214 close. 214 close.
Here's Underwood to throw. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Ole Miss calls its third and final timeout. And they'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Underwood fires to the wideout. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. Here comes the Ole Miss offense onto the field. So getting the ball back on that interception at least gives us a chance to have a finish in this one. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them in more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Jackson will throw. Here comes the heat. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
Well, this quarterback normally makes defenses look very silly week in, week out with his speed, but he has yet to face a defense like this. This defense accepted the challenge. They have stepped up. They have been disruptive. They have been living in the backfield all game long. That already the third sack of the game for this unit.
2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop them right here. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Fires to the right. Pulls it in. And they get him out of bounds, but not before a sizable pickup on that one.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Motion from the back. On the direct snap, it's Brooks. Touchdown Rebels. And here they come, almost all the way back.
Number 16.
Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use a timeout. It's their second. Now they'll put their heads together over on the sideline.
Yeah, and that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
Michigan 45. Ole Miss 42. Number 33. Set to kick it away.
He'll bring it out. It's Stewart. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Now on the move. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long. Throwing, Underwood. The screen, he's got wheels. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Motion from the wideout. Bryce Underwood from the gun on 3rd down. Out wide right, it's Marshall. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
Gutsy play caller. A lot of coaches out there that would have run the football, try to keep the clock going.
First down here as we dive into the college football season. A week 1 clash that has been worth every minute of it so far.